That is what happens if you take $5,000, buy a dilapidated used car, and try to turn it into a rental business on Turo. Because if you spend time on YouTube, you've seen thumbnails, dollar symbols. These guys claim to make $50,000 a month renting a car over coffee on the beach. Now we're digging deeper into what those numbers mean. Turo itself acknowledges that and reports from local hosts. Before you can afford the 2007 Corolla, let's start with what Turo is. Because if you are between 30 and 60 and rent at Hertz all your life, the platform may be new to you. Image Airbnb, except cars. In peer-to-peer markets, ordinary people list their personal vehicles, while others rent them every day. Shelby Clark founded the company in Boston in August 2009, formerly known as Relay Rides. In November 2015, the brand changed its name to Turo, now based in San Francisco. According to Turo's filings with the SEC since March 2024, the platform has about 360,000 active vehicles. Revenue in 2023 was $879.7 million. They are no longer combative startups. This means that many ordinary people use it to run real gold and silver. Now, consider the ad itself. Turo's own website now tells you that the average monthly travel price on the platform is about $906. If you enroll in a standard 70% boarding program, that means about $634 a month in your pocket, or about $10,868 a year per car, directly from Turo's marketing page. These are headline numbers. If you buy a $5,000 car, and these averages hold well, in theory, the car would pay off its debt in less than 10 months, and then everything would be fine. The problem is, this is not Turo's reward. That is where hype videos begin to be selective about the truth. As of January 2026, the platform has run 3 profit plans. Everyone has different trade-offs. A more reassuring plan will give you 70% of the travel price, but limit your debt to $250 at a time. Choose a balanced plan to increase your share to 80%. That is good. But if something goes wrong, your debt will soar to $1,500. More lucrative projects can be as high as 90% of the travel price. Your debt climbed to $2,750. All 3 programs include up to $750,000 in Traveler's third-party liability insurance. That is what most people miss. Turo pays a percentage of the cost of travel, not the total amount paid by the guest at the checkout. That means booking, young drivers. Turo keeps the various add-ons at 100%. When you see the phrase, "I keep 90%," you actually keep 90% of specific line items. It is time to answer the questions that brought you here. Can a $5,000 car really make money on Turo? In short, the theory is absolute. Yahoo Finance. Extract data directly from Turo's own calculator tools. Post some crazy return numbers on cheap cars. 195.8% annualized ROI. Here is the Chevrolet Cruze data Turo. Dodge Merchants followed, up 181.9%. Ford Focus, 180.3%. Ford Carnival, 177.8%. These aren't typos. These are Turo's own numbers. The details are uncomfortable, because the calculator model assumes you lend your car for 60 months at 8.5% interest and a 10% down payment. Cash from the $5,000 beta is not the basis for these returns. This means that once the financing is withdrawn from the market, the amount will change very specifically. So what does $5,000 buy in the used car market? Kelley Blue Book's list of best used cars under $5,000 reads like a boring reliability drama. From the 2007 Toyota Corolla to the Honda Civic, Toyota Camry, Honda Accord, Lexus S330, Toyota Matrix. Mechanically, the cars will continue to drive, measured at daily interest rates. Because the 2007 Corolla simply could not control the night revenue of Tesla Model 3 in 2022. That means you're playing a volume game, not an advanced game. On Reddit and the Turo hosting community on Facebook, The most common names for games under $5,000 are Mitsubishi Mirage and Kia Sedona. The consensus among those who do is that the model works, but you need to keep a clear head. Now, the moderator of actual revenue is the report about Turo subreddit. A moderator posted a gross profit margin of about $950 a month and a net profit margin of about $715. Their annual takeout price is close to $8,500 per car. Inside Turo's Facebook hosting group, another operator said his Jeep Cherokee earned nearly $1,500 a month in 2015. Both numbers are anecdotal. Personal hosts on the internet, unaudited platform data. They need such labels. What is really interesting is that the numbers reported by these moderators are comparable to Turo's own marketing average, about $634 a month. This means that even if no personal story is gospel, it can be true. That is where dreams clash with spreadsheets, because the cost of this business is real and will never be a microcosm. Maintenance. First, Reddit thread sets the actual maintenance cost at $1,000 to $2,000 a year per Volt vehicle. The new hosts, well above the $600 budget, tend to think round trip, cleaning, total, and the losses we have already compensated. Before Mr. Turo claimed a dime, he pulled $250 to $2,750 out of his pocket. Sit there and wait for the first event. Exclusion is where policy is really tightened. Mechanical failure is not reimbursed. Visual wear less than 3 inches will not be reimbursed. And when your car is smashed and repaired, you don't get value compensation. Tires older than 6 years, or the tread pattern is less than 4.30 seconds. It is up to you. Most important, most standard personal auto insurance policies completely exclude peer-to-peer use. That means business policy may be necessary. Turo will send you 1099K, so the IRS knows you're running a company. A commenter on Facebook's hosting community concluded that profit margins are generally estimated at about 40%, plus or minus 10. It depends on the vehicle and the market. Rumors are back, but it is all about it. If you make $906 a month, when the Turo was cut, the cash in his pocket, maintenance, cleaning, insurance. Taxes are close to $300 or $400, not the full top line. Next came the elephants in the room. Because, if you've heard of Turo recently, this may not be because of passive income. On the 1st of January, 2025, 2 separate deadly attacks occurred on the same day, involving vehicles rented through platforms. Ford F-150 strikes, New Orleans crowd. At least 15 people died. A Tesla Cybertruck rented from Turo exploded in front of the Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas. Andre Haddad, chief executive of Turo, a statement said he was angry, and he also stressed that both tenants had clean records, valid license, and obtain U.S. military orders. In his words, quote, "They could have boarded any plane, stay at any hotel, or rent a car or truck from any traditional rental chain. We don't think these 2 people will be targets for anyone, including enforcement and termination of subpoenas. 27 million convenient trips in 12 years. That is what Turo said. Less than 0.10% of accidents end in serious accidents, like car theft. The consequences of those attacks were immediate. Turo originally applied for listing in 2022 and will continue to update its S-1 application in the coming years. Then in February 2025, the IPO was officially delisted. PitchBook and Crunchbase News reported on the reasons for the slowdown. Weak market conditions, broader security concerns loom over the platform just days before Turo pulled out of the IP. A competitor, Getaround, abruptly shut down its US operations. This clearly depicts the current situation of P2P car sharing as an industry. Back to the beginning. You bought a $5,000 car. You list it on Turo. What is going on in your bank account? According to Turo's own published averages, if you drive close to the platform, you will see the landlord who rents about $634 a month. That is, once maintenance and cleaning are subtracted, insurance, taxation, and the deductible when something inevitably changes horizontally. Real net income was once close to $300 to $500 a month. Some hosts know better, clearer, less. Operators that have expanded into physical operations are not in lagging Carolina. They ran 3, 5, 5, or 10 cars and treat the whole thing like a small business. The honest answer is that the $5,000 Turo is T-free. It was a real punch, real responsibility, and the platforms that are now navigating severe turbulence. That means math can absolutely work in the right market, in the right car, at the right time. Anyone who tells you this is real passive income is selling you something. Now the actual numbers are in front of you. How you handle them is entirely up to you.